Is there any evidence inside the Bitcoin chart suggesting that the price could potentially drop down into the $5,000 or $4,000 region at some point here in the near future? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss Bitcoin and the action inside the chart right now. It's no surprise, Bitcoin right now is at the make or break zone. We've been teetering around this area now for several days, and my friends, we're about to see a very explosive move here in my opinion. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Now, this to me right now is the most interesting time frame. And of course, when analyzing these charts, it's very important to observe multiple time frames. As we should all know, the longer the time frame, the more credible the data is, right? As the 1 day is generally more credible than the 4-hour, the weekly is more credible than the 1 day, the 1 month more credible than the weekly, etc., etc. But right now, with the action mostly being traded sideways right now at a very critical potential resistance point, the 4-hour is where I'm seeing the most of the story being told. Now, keep this in mind here, my friends, as all the moon boys have been preaching now for days. The bottom is in, Kirby. Don't you see? There'll never be an opportunity like this again. Crazy, my friends, absolutely crazy. Little James and the Hodl Train homies dancing on the tabletops. But right now, I'm seeing a ton of potential bearish confluence here. Let's start with the Fibonacci extension target of the macro swing. My friends, you could see right here, we have tapped up to the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension. We tapped it the first time, got rejected, exactly as you would expect in a continuation of a bearish trend, right? As these are the targets that you would look for a bounce to get up to and then a failure. And right now, we appear to be looking to potentially get up here for a double top, right? Which, if rejected again, would not only be a second rejection at that 0.618, but would also lend credibility to a potential double top rejection. Now, my friends, I'm going to remove this fib out of here just for the sake of cleanliness here, okay? But now let's observe this area under a microscope. So I said that we could be testing up here for a potential double top, right? And actually, when we look at it, we are essentially at a double top right now, right? Especially if you just look at the candle body closes, right? Not the wicks. I mean, we are at a double top right now, clearly, right? And what I want you guys to observe here, my friends, is the fact that this could be what is known as an Adam and Eve double top, right? So the Adam is more like a straight up, it's almost like an A shape, right? And the Eve is more rounded, okay? So we have our A there and our Eve here, right? It's possible that what we're seeing right now is a classic bearish pattern, just the same as if you remember back in the bear market here, we did have this Adam and Eve double bottom that wound up breaking us out all the way to 14,000, right? And it's just the same here now, my friends, that albeit it's not on the daily time frame, it's on the 4-hour, we could be seeing the inverse of that, an Adam and Eve double top, right? Mix that together with the 0.618 fib here was our initial rejection. Now our potential second rejection. It's more so a resistance at this point rather than a rejection. But right now we're seeing resistance at this range, and we might be seeing a classic Adam and Eve double top formation right there, right now. Let's get this crypto. Leave a thumbs up here if you see this, my friends. It really helps the algorithm, and I so appreciate it, okay? So we have that going there. Let's look for further evidence now. Okay, my friends, we see here as well now a potential bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame RSI. Okay, we've seen it right here that this trend will actually put it on the line chart, as the line chart just accounts for the closes, right? And the RSI is only accounting for the closes here on my chart. So we can see this price point here, the first high, albeit on the candlestick chart, this is why it's deceiving. On the candlestick chart, it was higher, right, than this, but that only accounts for the wick, right? If we go for the line chart here, these closes, which is what I monitor here on my RSI as well, this high is actually lower than the high over here. So we have ascending price action, descending RSI profile, okay? Classic bearish divergence. If we look here as well on the MACD histogram, same idea, my friends, a descending lower high trajectory, right? Looking like another potentially bearish divergence, all here on the 4-hour time frame. Just keep mixing it all up into the pot, right? This is all about how many confluences do we see here that could potentially make this out to be a potentially bearish rejection zone, right? So we've got the divergences, we've got the potential double top pattern here, we've got the 0.618 Fibonacci extension target that could act as the macro swing, okay? Now let's go out to the daily time frame. Let's stick our candles back on. Let's get our Adam and Eve taken off here. And now what I want you guys to notice as well is that with all of that together, and of course, trading just in my red box of historic price action, resistance and support flips that could act as a resistance zone in and of itself, if we flip over to the line chart now, my friends, we could see here as well that we could be in what appears to be a rising wedge pattern, another classic bearish pattern, right? You know, these patterns, they don't mean anything until the pattern is confirmed, which in this case is a drop below the baseline of support here, this upward trending line of support. So we are not breaking that at this point in time. It's just that when you mix all of the other things together, I mean, this is another pattern, right, that could potentially be bearish here on another time frame. This is now on the daily time frame rather than on the 4-hour, okay? Something to think about. Also, my friends, when we flip on our moving averages here, let's get this pulled up. I don't know why that's not pulled up. There we go. The 50 and the 200 moving averages on the daily time frame. The classic textbook death cross potentially coming into play right here, right now. It looks like one more day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 at most. We should have a pretty clear-cut flush cross here between the 50 and the 200 daily moving averages. That is a clear-cut death cross, my friends. I mean, realistically, it doesn't mean that the price can't continue up from here in the short term, but this is generally a more macro perspective indicator that what you're looking for here is just the health of the overall trend. Sure, we've had many fake outs in the past, my friends. The market mover entities in this space, they love to do fake outs with these types of crosses, but I mean, with the health of the trend right now, so many bearish patterns and confluences here amidst this very potentially bearish rejection zone for the macro trend. And then also when you look out on the weekly, right, you guys see how I keep zooming out to further time frames, right, to look for more potential bearish justification, right? Now we're on the weekly time frame. Let's actually throw on our moving average here. And what I want you guys to see as well is we're still below that 21 week. We're still below the 50 week. We'll go back to the candles now. We're still below both of these. We have clung on to this 200 week for the time being, but if we do wind up seeing these act as a rejection point here as well, my friends, and if these continue to descend, especially if they descend into this red box area, my friends, this is really looking like it could become a bearish ceiling, in my opinion. I would love to see all of this get negated. It's just that right now I'm seeing way more bearish cases being built here in terms of confluences of indicators and patterns than I am with bullish ones. Let's take it back to the daily time frame now, my friends, as I almost forgot this one. Let's pull up our volume. I don't know why I don't have the volume here. Let's pull this up. And what I want you guys to notice here as well is that on the daily time frame here, let's actually zoom out so that we can get this clear. okay, I want you guys to notice, for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time showing this, but you guys can see the volume is down here, right? And we have seen now an ascent in the price, right? An ascending price volume, right? Or excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. An ascending price profile, okay? And a descending volume profile, right? You see this. The majority of the volume came in on the capitulation. And ever since, we've been seeing a decline overall in the daily volume. My friends, this is also another potentially classic descending volume profile divergence, right? It's a classic bearish potential divergence on the volume there as well, because when you're lacking the volume, my friends, it's very hard to sustain price action when volume isn't following, okay? So keep it in mind that as the volume wanes at the top of this region, it gets increasingly difficult for the bulls to continue that momentum, in my opinion. Okay, let's get this crypto. So right now, I just hit you guys with a ton of bearish confluences there. If you appreciate this here, my friends, please leave a thumbs up here on this video right now. It really helps the algorithm. And a comment. Thanks, Kirby. I see it, Kirby. Oh, get wrecked, Kirby. Anything. Thank you. It helps the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed already, I hope you like what you're seeing here, because this channel, in my opinion, is the most realistic Bitcoin trading analysis you're going to find anywhere. Okay, so if you're not already subscribed, subscribe now, tick the little bell, and hit the all. When it says what option, select all, because I upload about once per day, and it is in your best interest to get these in a timely fashion. So welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe, tick the bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Now, my friends, I've been telling you guys that I've been sitting on the sidelines here, okay? Because the fact is that for me right now, there's not been all too much in terms of trend development as we've been trading in this equilibrium, right? But now that I've seen all of this potential bearish confluence here, my friends, I am speculating short right now, and I am going to keep you all updated with my further trades here as this trend develops. If you want to see all of my trades in real time, my entries, exits, trade setups, stop losses, take profit zones, etc., I post all of that exclusively for you all in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Now, you guys see that clearly this is a point of make or break for Bitcoin, because right now the market has been absolutely volatile. I mean, insane whipsaw action. Let's just look here on the 1 hour. I mean, when you're seeing chop of this magnitude, this is the most harsh type of trading environment for somebody trading swings. I mean, if you go long, chances are you get stopped out. If you go short, chances are you get stopped out. Very, very difficult to trade. And I've been just awaiting here, observing with an eagle eye, like a hawk, awaiting for as many potential bearish confluences or bullish ones, but it turned out to be more bearish here, in my opinion, until I saw enough to actually strike, right? And it doesn't have to play out to my favor. But right now, I'm seeing that this is a zone where it looks pretty bearish to me, right? It could go wrong. You know, I don't want to say I hope it goes wrong, because that's nobody wants their trade to go wrong. But if this does continue to get more bullish, I mean, sure, I'll get stopped out on my current short trade. But then I would be, getting excited to potentially play this to the bullish side if we can get out of this red box region, right? I would love to potentially play this bullishly, especially with that new QE plan that may stimulate the global markets. We'll see. Right. But right now, this trend is very volatile, and I see that there could potentially be some absolutely heinous trading opportunity in here. My friends, like I've stated, right now, I'm speculating short. As this trend develops, you see, I'm watching it with an eagle eye. Everything that I've outlined for you guys here today, I've been watching for days and days, actually weeks at this point, in this incredibly choppy range. So as I strategize and plan to tentatively crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can, I will be posting all of it exclusively for you in VIP. My entries, exits, targets, positions, my take profit zones, all of it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not already in my VIP, today is truly the day. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. My friends, one last time for the algorithm. If you could leave a thumbs up here, I would really appreciate it, and a comment. Anything. Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate it, Kirby. I see the confluence, Kirby. Anything. I really would appreciate it, my friends. It helps with the algorithm. And like I said earlier, if you're brand new, my friends, this is not a channel for Moonboy degenerates, right? This is not where little James, oh, Kirby, you know, one day my 0.1 Bitcoin's going to the moon and your short trades, I hope you get wrecked, Kirby. I hope you get wrecked. This is not a channel for people with $100 worth of Bitcoin crying to the dawn, saying that they hope I get wrecked and that they want their corn to go to $1 million. Sheesh. This is a channel for realists. So if you're brand new, welcome to the most realistic technical analysis channel for Bitcoin anywhere. Subscribe now, tick the little bell, and select all. I will see you all in the next one. And most importantly, I will see you in VIP right now after this video, as I plan to trade this range absolutely aggressively, and I will keep you all up to date in absolute real time with all of my trade setup ideas, strategy ideas, entries, exits, targets, take profit zones, etc. I will see you right now in VIP after this video. Let's get this crypto, and until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.